Daylight, my envies, welcome.
Ooni of Ife is also rumored to have destroyed one of Queen Naomi's phones, right? Shattered the number and replaced it with a new one and phone over fake voice note. Now, I took out time to explain the reason why some of these messages are somehow find their way to Olori Naomi, because a lot of people are asking how is she able to get some of these messages? Now, these messages are not just something that is new in their relationship. That's the relationship of the Ooni of Ife and Queen Naomi. The messages have always been there and have caused a lot of problems from time immemorial, right? And so to find out that at this point, these messages are still coming in, I think Ooni of Ife has the right to have made this decision, taking this decision. Because you see, relationship, you need to take it personal and be willing to work towards it. And you cannot continue to do the same thing over and over and over again and expect to get a different result, right? And so, now, this phone thing, the entire time that Naomi was in the palace of the Ooni of Ife, she was leading some women group. They had all of this association of women that will come to the palace, and they loved Olori Naomi so much because at the time, Naomi was into this charity stuff where they give stuff to women and all of that, which is something she is still doing up until now. Kudos to her, right? Even when, at some point she had very minimal resources. Then when Kabiyesi started trying to come back, created a lot of, avenues for her to make money and all of that. So even at that point, she was still doing it. So with all of this women group in Ile-Ife, even right there inside the palace, Olori Naomi has, 2 phones. They say right now she has 2 phones that she is using. One is her business phone. That is 3 phones right now that she is using, right? One, they said, is her business phone number, and the business number is always with her PA. This new PA that was molested the other time, yes, the new PA. Now, sorry, she was not molested. Sorry about that. She was rough-handled by some thugs. If you have been following the trend, you heard what happened the other time. So they said that business phone is with her new PA, right? Then she has her own personal and private line, and that's the one that people are not able to get to. Then she has another phone. Now, this other phone that she has, all of these women association, women this, women that. Remember when she went for that Mercy Johnson show, they asked her a question: are you still doing your queenly duties? And she said yes, she's still playing her queenly roles, okay? And then it is through that phone, that third phone, that she is playing her queenly roles, because they call her still from Ile-Ife, even when there was still so much tension between herself and the Ooni of Ife. They call her and, they tell her things and, seek her opinion in stuff and a whole lot of stuff. All of those women group that used to love her so much, that are loyal to her, that's Olori Naomi, they are still able to get to her through that phone. That phone happens to be their access to get to Olori Naomi. Now, as you know, people always have people who are pro them and people who are anti them, right? Now, Naomi has pro Naomi people in Ile-Ife and even in the palace, and now has anti Naomi people everywhere. Now, that is why you see I don't take things personal. The reason happens to be that people have a right to choose their side. Like right here in this blog, you see people who come and they will insult and insult and insult, write a long dictionary, say a whole lot of nonsense about Olori Naomi. Naomi did this, the brother did that, the sister did this, the mother did that, and all of that. I would just scroll past. You know why? Because I know these are and anti-Naomi people, and they have a right to choose their side. Then when you see those who come, they are praising Naomi, praising Naomi, praising Naomi, they are pro-Naomi people. They also have a right to choose their side, right? And so that is why I don't take these things personal. I can never hear me go and insult somebody on the comment section. Or no. I don't do that, right? And so now, these pro-Naomi people in the palace, they are able to get to Naomi. They are able to reach Naomi. They are able to talk to Naomi. They seek her opinion. They seek prayers. They seek all sort of things from Naomi. It is through this phone, this very phone. Now, they said with this message that Olori Naomi got again, that Kabiyesi was so pissed off that when Naomi came to the palace, Kabiyesi collected that phone from Olori Naomi and slammed the phone on the floor. And also asked the guard to remove the SIM, and they scattered the SIM. Yeah. Now, this is not because Kabiyesi did that in anger. Kabiyesi wants to do things differently. And they said right there, before Naomi came to the palace, they said Kabiyesi had already bought one of the latest iPhones for Olori Naomi, and they're going to change that number. Now, the reason is that it is not only from the church phone that this message is filtered through to Olori Naomi, even from this very phone. And unfortunately, this very community phone is with Naomi. Naomi holds it, and a lot of people have that number. And Kabiyesi is trying to protect her from all of this kind of drama because it cannot continue to happen. I said something. You cannot continue to do the same thing over and over and over and over again and expect to get a different result. Some of these things, they are happening because Naomi is a good person. They are happening because she wants to be able to reach out to people. They are happening because Naomi, wants to be that woman that God has made her to be. Open, help, and all of that. Yeah, she wants her phone to be open, and so she can reach out to these people. But all of this negative information she doesn't need, they filter through that phone. Okay, right now, you have had time and time again where we heard that Olori called Naomi, Olori sent Naomi this message, they want Naomi, they want her not to, one story of calling and calling. They said these calls are not going through Naomi's personal phone, they are going through all of these corner phones that are open lines for Naomi in case people need her, in case people call her, in case this, in case that. And these are the phones that are bringing those negative vibes to the relationship. And these channels needs to be blocked. And that happens to be the reason why Kabiyesi took it upon himself to block these channels. This is what we are hearing if the information is true. And it is high time. Because the truth remains that a lot of effort has been made, to kind of, keeping this relationship alive and too many sacrifices. The last thing anybody needs right now, the last thing anybody need right now, sorry about that, is to have all of these people interfering, sending wrong messages, with all of this negative energy. Amebo, aproko, choking your mouth where it doesn't belong. You hear here, you send to Queen Naomi. You hear here, you send to Queen Naomi. It's a long time coming. That line is supposed to have been blocked a long time ago because she doesn't need them. The reason being that this negative vibe is not going to help her. She needs to focus, and they said that happens to be the reason why Kabiyesi blocked that line and gave Naomi a new phone. I'm going to bring you more updates. Do not forget, these are all alleged, rumored, and speculated information making the rounds on social media.